Hi guys, I'm Brent.
I'm Grace.
And we are Brace Yourself. Today we're here in Indianapolis, Indiana, getting ready to take you inside. A little bit of a different thing today. We're not eating in this video. We're going to go do some cool, nerdy things. And we're going to check out some old toys, old games, old cool stuff from the
You're
past.
still going to act like a kid in a candy store because you're going to be a nerd in a toy store.
It's the Toy Pit.
Well, we are here no more than 5 minutes, and I've already found something that I probably need to take home with me. If you know, you know. And by that I mean no strings attached. Let me know in the comments, were you NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? If you say Backstreet Boys, you're wrong. They even have Spice Girls. Let's see if they have your ginger spice. That was Brent's girl. Nope, looks like Mel B and Mel C. All kinds of Barbies, limited edition, I'm guessing. That Elvis one, that's pretty cool.
Look at this.
I was gonna say, like...
Look at her little weird buck tooth.
They have that in the other one, too. Is that a thing she had and I don't realize
just had that?
There's Posh. Like, how did I never realize that? Ooh, class of 1997. 1 year off, I could get it for my sister.
There's a little something for our buddy Tyler.
How much do you think he costs? Or do you think he's for sale?
If you have to ask, you can't afford him.
That's true. I guess JC Chazev is not worth as much money since he's not behind glass.
That's true. So they got a whole section here of all the expensive stuff. Statues and figurines.
Dragon Ball Z, I think is all this stuff.
Dragon Balls.
Z's.
Balls.
Some of those are real creepy looking.
Gonna pop out the ceiling, man.
Oh, it looks
Kevin
like
McAllister, Home Alone edition right there.
Perhaps a Scarface doll back there. Al Pacino.
Some old school monsters. RoboCop.
Look at that Nickelodeon boot box. 125 bucks.
Some rich man-child is
Did
gonna...
a Home Alone doll?
I did. Pick that up. Look at Little Penny. Little Penny Hardaway. Oh, dang. Got the Bluesmobile. Look at this section. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oof. Here we go.
Old school.
What's that show? Is it on Netflix with the Power Rangers and they talk about all the old
history of
school
toys,
history of toys?
like that, I think.
That's a cool show. And they talk about the Power Rangers. I learned so much after watching that. Oh, Legos. There's a little He-Man Lego over here for you. Oh, He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of stuff.
Lego guys.
Look at, I like that and appreciate that they even gave Luke only one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're gonna do it right. Mortal Kombat. Would you spend all your money on that? Yes or no?
Yes.
All kinds of life-size figurines. You've got Reptar, Charlie Brown, Jurassic Park, Pinocchio. You can make yourself a real boy.
So now we've come to my personal favorite spot of this entire place. Rows and rows and rows of old WWE action figures.
Mr. Perfect.
All the AEW ones. Sting right there is pretty sweet.
I feel like this aisle's definitely where you would spend all your money.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just me.
If I had any money, it would not leave with me.
Okay, normally I feel like they do a really good job like matching the faces. And what God's green earth is at the Rock?
Oh, you talking about Dwayne for $20?
Oh boy.
This one a little better for you.
A little bit better. Look at Stone Cold. That one is not that accurate. Like, I know he was muscly, but was he really that muscly?
No.
Oh, they got them all. They got Dude Love and Mankind. So they have these different toys for the different characters, and you can literally take their heads off their bodies. It's kind of creepy. It's like a sadistic Barbie. Like, yeah.
You can really tell that Grace did not grow up collecting action figures. Because this is just a thing.
Just a thing that he has his boa and then angry face and hands that you can just take off.
In fact, most of us back in the old days, if they didn't have multiple heads to change out, we just ripped the head off of what we had and put somebody else's head on. Do it yourself. Oh, yes! You got a section of wrestling figures that are
Just free balling.
in their body bags because they don't have any box for them anymore.
I was going to say, if you ever tried to sell off your treasures.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to end up.
Hey, like this video. You know you do. Make sure to subscribe if you don't already. Give us a little comment. We love the feedback. Brent reads them all. He responds to them all, but give it a like. If Star Wars is your thing, don't worry. They got Star Wars for you.
You can get yourself a Han Solo. Life size, because it is Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, he's the same size as me.
Yeah, pretty much the same. All sorts of Star Wars toys. Still in the packages. Most of the ones that they've got out here right now are the new generation ones or the re-releases. That still is one.
Okay.
They just made it look like it was old.
Because the retro collection.
If they had the old school ones, they're going to be behind the glass, and we'll see those here in just 1 second. They would not be $15, I can promise you that.
That's true, especially not for Lando.
Look at this guy. Old Pig Nose. got your Boba Fett rainbow collection here. You got all sorts of play sets and vehicles.
Hot taters?
Boba Fett, Mr. Potato Head. You got an old school Luke Skywalker here.
Boba Fett's not even my favorite, but that's so cute. I would buy it.
Some more play sets. Who remembers this? This Darth Vader carrying case. I wasn't even a Star Wars fan as a kid. I had one of those.
Ooh, look, they have Mr. Potato Head. Luke versus Darth and then a stormtrooper.
It's a Kohl's exclusive, so you know it's gotta be good.
No Kohl's cash needed.
Here's more of the toys from the prequel series.
Yeah, you know it's the newer stuff, because some of these, I don't even know who the heck they are.
You talking about Grand Admiral Thrawn?
And I'm a nerd.
$100 Darth Maul. It's a big guy.
Do I look like him?
Yeah, just like him.
Thank you.
Same. I remember my buddy Tim's got quite a few, or used to have quite a few of these Star Wars guys in these black packages like this. Tim.
Oh, good old Tim Ernest.
I think he sold off the majority of them not all that long ago, but I remember them.
Okay, again, with the, I know not all, but really. That is the Wish version of Adam Driver.
Adam Driver is one of the most hideous human beings that ever lived, so they made him look good in this picture.
Oh my gosh, my niece is gonna fight you.
She can bring it. Adam Driver is hideous. This Yoda with a cobra around his neck.
A snack.
Cobra. Shoot us some hoop.
Nope. How many do you think it'll take me to actually make one? 5?
3.
3.
No.
2. What about you? Your turn. Let's see. Uno. I don't know if this will be open bathrooms or not. Did you make all of those?
5.
I was too busy showing off the turtles. It is nice that they have that though, so like if the adult nerds are taking too long for the kids, they can play basketball and occupy themselves.
True. Alright, so here is where we get into some more things that I'm excited by. And these are the old school G.I. Joes that are behind the case. It's been so long, but there's a lot of them that I don't remember the names of anymore. Ones that I recognize, but I don't remember their names. Does that make me a bad, quote, nerd? Yes, but it's been a long time since I've had
You also
any.
like a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. How many of you who are watching this right now and seeing these G.I. Joe guys remember a lot of G.I. Joe based on the G.I. Joe infomercial videos that were on YouTube all those years ago? Who wants a body massage?
Pork chop sandwiches.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh. There are a lot of places that you can spend a lot of money in here if you were so inclined.
Hopefully you can see some of the stuff. We understand that the glare does make it a little tricky, but
It's hard for me to see it just walking here, let alone trying to film it.
So if there's something you think you want to see, then come down here and buy it yourself.
Then we've got some Star Wars stuff. These are more of the older ones. Some of them are older, some of them aren't as old, but they're behind glass, so you know they're good. You got yourself a C-3PO standing right next to a, what's that little fella called?
Ewok?
Ewok, yeah. $45 for Ewok.
Remember when you
Johnny
photoshopped
Ewok.
Lucy's face onto an Ewok?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put that in here.
There's
He was cute.
Rancor Keeper. He's a good-looking cat. Got some more Hans.
Ooh, Barbie Han.
Barbie Han. Look at this guy's peener for a head. What the? There he is. Yum yum.
Oh wait,
No,
no, not him.
close. I don't remember what that guy's name is. Akbar.
Akbar. General.
Admiral.
Admiral?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Oh, it was a 5-star admiral. You got a $125 for this life-size helmet. You can put it on and run around the house and pretend you're something.
I think that's from episode 1 when Anakin's and
Yeah. Anakin.
the race car, whatever they're called. Race pods.
I know that I said it earlier that the wrestling men section was my favorite, but this is my real favorite because these are the old school wrestlers. These are the ones that I grew up with. I have the majority of them still.
Yes, you do.
Grace told me, she said, I don't think that it even matters how much they're worth. You would never sell them. And I said, there's literally nothing in my life that I wouldn't sell if the price is right. I just haven't gotten the right price.
You have some, though, that, like, you decorated their faces and, like, drew on them to look like other characters, so you probably didn't sell those.
Those would be worth even more. Who doesn't want an old school Sting painted to look like Booker T?
Oh, boy.
It's out of respect, not out of anything else. Couldn't find a Booker T back in the old days, so you make your own.
And that's a problem in and of its own.
Yep. You got the...
Why does Roddy have boobs?
Well, why not? I would take all of these home with me if I decided I wanted to go broke.
We don't need to pay any bills this month.
That Marty Jannetty back there for $135. I have that Undertaker for $175.
Ooh, they have a look on the next row there, the triple threat of Mick Foley.
The 3 faces
Cactus
of Foley.
Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those rockers. $80. Well, that might come with me.
You
Couple
had
of the legit belts.
unlimited income, you would buy that belt today. I know you would.
I don't care for AEW, but it's kind of a cool looking belt. But this one right here, that is coming home with me. If they give it to me for free.
Brent said, I don't know what this stuff is. To
Well, I
be
was
fair.
looking from way far back.
Well, no, you're fair because.
And this Hawkeye right here is the only one that I could see from the side, and I thought it was Jon
and that's
Snow when
not
I saw him
the
from
Hawkeye.
way back.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like Hawkeye from
Jeremy Renner Hawkeye.
Infinity Wars, exactly.
Yes,
So I'm not mad at you for that.
Thank you.
And also, they've done so many spin-offs of so many things. And so they just have a character for anything. It's almost as
This
if
Iron Man
people were making money.
was still one that Robert Downey Jr. was in the whole time.
I don't think so. But yeah, they've just spun off everything and made series of every little thing.
But there are a lot of people that know all of those things
Yeah.
like the back of their hand. and
Exactly.
That's awesome if you do, and you would love this place.
Look at old Stanley! He doesn't have his
Stanley
glasses
Tucci.
though.
Shout out to the Big Bang Theory if you got that joke.
And then it looks like we switch over to DC in the very next aisle.
There's a deceased Nightwing here. He's dead.
And deceased Batgirl. Which, even though I don't know all of the new Marvel characters, I'm still very much more a fan of Marvel over DC.
You know, and I was about to say the exact opposite. Only because, like, Wolverine and Iron Man and all those guys are cool, but, like, Superman and Batman, yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Okay. I also love Thor. And the Black Panther.
I will fully admit that the movies are a lot better than
Yeah,
the Marvel
for
ones,
sure.
but
Oh, for
I like
sure.
a lot of the DC heroes. First thing, as soon as you walk through the door, you You got about all of the Funko Pops that you could ever want.
Aisles and aisles.
Aisles and aisles.
Rows and rows. You could spend hours just looking at the Funkos.
Grace and I have a pretty decent collection.
We do.
We don't have a decent collection numbers-wise, like in the hundreds, but we have pretty much all the things that we really care about.
Truthfully.
If it's a character or a TV show or whatever and they make a Funko of it, we've probably got it.
Although I will say these don't seem to be organized in any way, shape, or form. Maybe that's kind
part
of the
fun
charm
of
of
the
it.
hunt.
Yeah. Patty mayonnaise, forget about it.
They've got everything from wrestling to He-Man to Teen Titans to
Monsters
McDonald's to Monsters
yeah.
Inc. to Seinfeld to Harry Potter and
We
Disney.
even saw Silicon Valley, which
Yeah.
is one of our favorite shows.
Some baseball players. There's a Marilyn Manson there.
Why
There's a
wouldn't there
Ron
be?
Burgundy. Ooh, I don't have that. I will have that.
I thought you had a Ron Burgundy for your
Nope,
desk.
I don't. I have a Ron Swanson.
I get them often confused.
Well, it happens.
Two great Rons in my life. They even have a South Park Cartman dressed up like a raccoon.
The King. The King.
So really, truthfully, everything and
That
anything.
Rocky Maivia one.
Oof.
Back when everyone hated him. 'Cause he was
Right?
just starting out.
Paul George. Look, the Kool-Aid packet. Not the Kool-Aid man, the
Just a
Kool-Aid packet.
Interesting choice. Got your Steven Tyler here. Big lips and everything.
Gross. It's weird because normally they don't give Funko's lips, so I wonder if he was like, if you're gonna make me...
Well, if you're gonna have Steven Tyler, you gotta have lips.
Well, but like,
Or
if
else
he
he's
was
not
like,
Steven
you're
Tyler.
not allowed to use my image unless you give me lips.
Oh my. Ning yub. How much is he?
12.
Well, he's coming home. I gotta keep track of all the things that I've already said are coming home with.
Right. I think we're at like $500.
Hell. I'm only gonna buy the affordable things. Here we got Peter Pan, and that's one of Grace's favorite movies ever of all time. Loves Tinkerbell. That's why. It's her favorite princess. She's got one tattooed on her lower back. Isn't that
You
right?
stand, you push in just to see how far you can push me.
You got that right.
Camera. Okay. It's a lie. I hate Tinkerbell. I think she is a horrible person and the worst.
I thought you said that Princess Jasmine was the worst of all of the Disney princesses.
Okay. Also, Tinkerbell is not a princess.
Oh, look at this. Skipper. I wonder if they have a
Oh
Gilligan.
my. I'm sure they have.
Gilligan.
Not here necessarily, but oh yeah, they've got the
There
whole
is a
crew.
Gilligan?
They all exist.
I'm buying Gilligan.
But where?
I love Gilligan.
I mean, everybody loved Gilligan. That's, I mean, he was the whole point of the show.
I bet there's gonna be somebody that's like,
Oh,
"You
Bran
know what?
Stark.
Gilligan was alright, but Lovey Howell was my thing.
I feel like, oh, they have him in a wheelchair. I was going to say, you can't really have Bran Stark without
thought you
Hodor
meant-
carrying him.
I thought you were saying that they had Gilligan in a wheelchair.
No!
I didn't remember that episode.
You know,
They made it off the island, but Gilligan sacrificed his legs in the
where
process.
Skipper gets fed up with Gilligan and breaks his kneecaps.
He owed me money. He owed Mr. Howell money. So I found the one thing, if I had all the money in the world, that I'm taking home with me. It's the Battle Cat Clip Clop. The bouncy ball.
Is that actually called a clip clop, or is that just what you called it as a child? It's a serious question.
I don't know.
Or
If you're
Dragon
more
Balls.
into Dragon Ball Z and anime and things like that. That's more on this side of the store. Probably won't spend as much time on this because we neither one know anything about anime or Dragon Ball Z. She knows Pokemon, but I don't even know that. It was
I don't even really feel like I know Pokemon. I liked it when I was a kid, but it's not anything I stayed up on.
Pokemon was before, or it was after. I was already too old by the time that stuff came out.
That's
that I
fair.
never got into it at all. Like some of my friends did.
These are all Transformers, but these all look like newer ones, not really the old school stuff. I think the old school stuff is behind glass. Kind of like everything. They have all kinds of different Lego sets.
Little sets of Legos.
They even have G.I. Joe back there.
Most of these ones out here, like we've said on everything, are the more easier to find ones. Like you have seen at Walmart in the last few years.
Flip it around and we got Ninja Turtles, but again, it kind of looks like the new version since it's very cartoony,
not
Nickelodeon.
The Ninja Turtles that we
grew up
with,
on. No.
Sure. Resin one is pretty sweet.
It's a resin bust.
$215 for that.
Oof. Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space dolls. I watched part of that movie with Brent, and I'm already scared of clowns. Don't like them, and so when that came on the TV, I was like, "What are we actually
How can you
watching?"
be scared of Shorty though? Look at him. Look how happy he
Horrifying.
is.
Except for
Compared
the
to these
fact-
guys?
okay, yeah, but
He's just a happy little fella.
if we're doing comparison, however,
What
still
about
terrifying.
Contrastiston.
Also, they still wanted to kill you. It doesn't matter how not threatening he looks. Look at that penguin Mario. That's silly. In case y'all didn't know, I love penguins. That I actually do have a tattoo of.
you idiot!
Where is Stimpy?
How much money would it take for you to smell that
Smell it?
finger?
Oh, I'll smell it for free.
What do you see this finger? Do you wonder where that finger's been? It's out here in the, oh god, don't do it.
It smells like rubber.
Ah, okay.
I thought you were going to say lick it. That I will not do.
No.
Have a good afternoon.
Alien life form. Oh, man.
Coming home with you?
How much? How much?
45.
Maybe a little rich for my blood. I do love Elf. Have a good afternoon. There's a Captain Spaulding doll for Eric and Brittany because they love House of a Thousand Corpses and things of that nature.
Too spooky for my blood. More horror things. Oh, Alf is supposed to go over there. Come on, people. You're gonna pick up something and not buy it. Put it back where it belongs.
It's the actual almanacs here, and I can go and no, just Biff Tannen, rats.
That's a letdown.
Biff sucks. I wanted to win some money.
Biff does suck.
There's it.
Ooh, look, you can take his hands off too. I bet those smell just fine since they're in the box.
Yeah, they're still packaged. They haven't been run through the ringer. Look. 35 for that.
One of the best scenes
One
of
of her
any
favorite things ever.
movie
If you want to make
in the
Grace
entire
laugh,
world.
play her Ace Ventura.
Not just all of Ace Ventura, but the scene where he's in the mental health facility and he's acting like a football player with too many concussions. It's comedic gold.
Rambo. With crossbow, $20.
Like giving it away. Ooh. Austin Power.
Doc Evil.
And we got Princess Bride Vicini. Inconceivable. Ooh, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Excellent!
I got both. Bill and Ted. Harry Potter dolls. Jurassic Park. Oh, but like the OG Jurassic Park. We just finished browsing, perusing, spending way longer than most people probably inside the toy pit.
And I could have stayed there for 2-3 more hours easily.
But it's closing time,
Yeah,
and they were going to kick us out sooner than later.
One last call for alcohol. So finish your whiskey or beer.
They don't sell alcohol there.
That's
though.
true. So the toy pit is awesome. If you're an adult, if you are, I mean, I don't know that probably many kids are going to want to go in there and just look around because most of the stuff they're going to
It's
see
old
is
school.
old school that they don't understand. We loved it. I loved it. Grace is
I
along
enjoyed
for the
it.
ride.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so we found
I'm not
some cool
enjoying this
things.
cold weather.
Right, we found some cool things. I could have spent millions and millions of dollars. All the wrestling men,
Yes.
the Masters of the Universe, He-Man stuff, the G.I. Joes, all that stuff is my wheelhouse. Pop figures, come on. I did hold myself to only buying one thing.
I'm proud of you for that,
And
because
it's one that I didn't show on camera earlier.
there were lots and lots
yeah.
and lots of goodies.
This is about the 5th different thing that I picked up and said, oh, I'm buying this. But in the end, we got ourselves a WrestleMania version of Andre the Giant still in the ring.
In the ring.
Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
In all of his glory.
Best $400 I ever spent right there.
Did they
I did not
add
spend
some
$400,
zeros?
but yeah. So all in all, no matter where you're from, all in all, no matter where you're from, if you're from Indiana, if you're from near Indiana, I'm sure they have toy stores like this in other places.
I'm sure.
But this is the biggest one in Indiana. It used to be in a location that everything was a lot more cramped.
It was
there were
small.
people on top of each other. They've moved down by on 38th Street near the fairgrounds. They've got a huge building. I don't know what it used to be, probably some sort of grocery store or something, but it's awesome. All these murals painted outside
Really cool.
are pretty sweet. All the toys you could ever want. Come in, check it out, buy something or don't. What do we care?
It's a great place for Christmas shopping if you have a nerd in your life that you're like, I don't know what to get them.
And a
or
lot of money.
any present. I mean,
Yeah.
some things are not.
I mean, there are
much
things that are
money.
cheap,
Yeah.
but the things that are the cheap are the things that probably your son or nephew or whatever who likes this stuff is not going to want
Or
the cheap stuff because
niece
they've
or
already got
daughter.
it. Oh, well, yes, there
Girls
are things
can
for
like
girls for
things
sure
too.
I think we saw 3 girls and 7,000 men walking around in there. So a lot of neck beards, a lot of mother's basements.
It was a lot of fun, though.
Anyway, come check it
So
out.
if you're in the area, even if it's just, during the Indy 500 or whatever, make a trip over here, spend some time looking through some stuff. It's free if you don't buy anything.
It's free to look. Everything's free to look.
Thanks for watching.
Deuces.